What's up, everyone? Back for another beer review, and today I'll be reviewing yet another beer from Brewery Ommegang, and they're out of Cooperstown, New York, and this is their Triple Fruited Tripel. So they're calling this one an orange, peach, mango, Belgian-style Tripel, and then next to it says ale with natural flavors. It comes in at 9% alcohol by volume, 27 IBUs at the time of review. This bottle is just under 2 months old. So we have a new release here from Ommegang, and it's interesting to me. So they're taking a Belgian-style Tripel and they're triple fruiting it with orange, peach, and mango. Sign me up. Hopefully this is quite delicious. We will see. So this is the last shelfie beer I'm reviewing for the month of March 2023. So hopefully it's a good one. Now, I am not a huge fan of lighter colored Belgian beers, Belgian Tripels, Belgian strong pales, Belgian pales, so on and so forth. But this one is unique enough where it's like, I think I might enjoy this. We'll see. I don't know. So let's give it a pour into the hashtag proper glassware. This has such a haziness, even more so than like a regular Belgian Tripel. I don't know if it's because of the fruit. And it says ale with natural flavors. Now, are they using real fruit in this? I don't know. So I'm not going to pour it all in. I'm going to leave a little bit of the goodies at the bottom just because as a Belgian beer, maybe I shouldn't pour it all in. Maybe I will at the end and see how it changes. But yeah, so that looks beautiful. That actually looks like a hazy New England style IPA. So it's in this glass is really weird. Down here, it's more like yellow, like a bright yellow. And as it goes up through the glass, it turns into this like honey orange, darker, murky kind of look to it. It has about a half finger of an bright white colored head. Looks beautiful in the Ommegang. I would say Ommegang glass, Joe. Figure it out. So we'll hold it up to the light. Yeah, I mean, it looks kind of like a Belgian Tripel, maybe a little bit more murky. We'll see. Anyway, let's get nose. Somehow this smells skunky. It's just under 2 months old. It's been in my fridge the entire time. I don't know how it smells skunky. It smells like this is like a Heineken. Now, it doesn't smell like a Heineken, but the skunkiness you would get from a Heineken that's been hanging out in the sunlight or in the lights in its green bottle, that's kind of what I'm getting here. All right, it's starting to dissipate. Yeah, so first thing I got was definitely 100% skunkiness. But now I'm starting to get a little bit of that like Belgian yeast character. It has an estery kind of bubblegum banana note. A little bit of clove and coriander. And then there's this light, soft fruitiness, and I would say orange, maybe a peach, maybe a mango. You could say either of those three fruits and probably be right because it's based on the label. But I'm getting more like orange, like a juicy orange, and like a sweet, creamy mango. There is this substantial like bready kind of component too to the malt. Yeah, I mean, it doesn't smell totally different than just a straight up Belgian-style Tripel. It has a little bit more fruitiness, although sometimes in Belgian-style Tripels, I'll get a fruitiness that's a mango or an apricot. I get a lot of times. So I could see kind of how it works and how these fruits are kind of accentuating the base. But it's not substantial in the nose. Maybe it is in the taste, so let's get into it. Cheers, everybody. Yeah, definitely way different in the taste. Oh, that's nice. First thing that hit me was a fresh orange juice. Then right after that, I got like an overripened creamy mango. Not really getting the peach as much, but definitely the orange and mango are there. Buying this as a medium, maybe a bit over 9%, a little bit thin, but I'm okay with the style. I like styles. I like the lighter colored Belgian styles to be a little less viscous because I think they make them more drinkable, especially for the flavor profile for me personally. So I think that's what's happening here and I'm enjoying it. So it could be thin to some, but for me, I think it works. And then the mouthfeel, a lot of times when it comes to Belgian beers, they have like that smooth creaminess. And it has that. It definitely has that here, smooth creaminess. But the carbonation is definitely moderate to touch over. So you get the best of both worlds. Big spritzy kind of feel on the palate, but then it kind of dissipates and on the back of the palate, smooth and creamy as it goes. Now, the flavor. Picture a very well-made Belgian-style Tripel with a juicy orange blast and a little bit of like over-ripened creamy mango. That's exactly what this is. From the palate, getting a bready kind of malt character. Dives underneath the palate. And then right after I get hit with a juicy orange. And then the creamy mango. And as it continues through, that's when the Belgian Tripel comes to fruition. There is a bubblegum kind of yeast ester, more so than banana. It's definitely bubblegum. There is a different fruitiness from the yeast ester too that is not exactly the same as the fruits in the beginning. And then as it finishes, I'm getting more of a coriander than a clove. This finishes full on dry with a very mild bitterness. This is very dry, which is welcome because it's pretty sweet up front. Very well balanced. Man, this is super, like, I hate saying, there's a lot of words that I'll say in reviews and other beer tubers will that people will be like, that's a no-no, like balanced. You should never say balanced. Drinkable. These are beers. They should be drinkable. What I mean, though, when I say balance is that typically what I like to balance out is the sweetness, the dryness, and the bitterness. And I always talk specifically when I say balance. I just don't leave it generically as balance. I try to specify why. Same thing with drinkable. What I'm saying about the drinkability about this beer is that these beers sometimes are sippers. This beer, however, I could crush. The body's not too big. It's thin for the style, in my opinion, so it makes it easier to just, I could like chug this. The carbonation is probably the only thing that would stop me, but it's very drinkable for a 9% Belgian-style Tripel, especially with 3 fruits. It just, I could crush it. So anyway, pouring the goodies here at the end. Probably haze up the beer even more so than it already is. I will say, as far as the 3 fruits, they have orange, peach, and mango in that order. For me, I'd go orange, mango, peach. I'm not getting a lot of peach here. Oh yeah, 9%. I can't even tell. Maybe a slight warming in the chest, but this does not drink like it's 9%. Now, I know it's a Belgian Tripel, so I'm thinking it's bigger in ABV, probably around 9%. But you would, if I was doing this blind, I don't know if I'd guess 9%. I'd probably guess maybe around that level if I'm thinking it's a Belgian Tripel. But like, it hides it pretty well. You're not really feeling it, just a little warming in the chest, nothing on the palate as I hit my mic. This is really good, surprisingly. And why I say that surprisingly is just because, again, for me, not a huge fan of the style, and then you add in 3 different fruits, could go awry, could go sideways. Ommegang makes good beer. I enjoy it. I've always enjoyed their beer going back to when I first started drinking craft beer in late 2009, early 2010. I always try to grab their newest releases and give them a go, and I'm glad I did with this one. Is it the best Belgian Tripel I've ever had? No. Is it in the conversation? Yes, but it's not authentic because it does have additions to it. What I love is that the ale with natural flavors doesn't come off as too artificial / natural tasting. A lot of times they'll say natural flavors and they'll taste like a straight on orange character or a peach character or a mango character without actually having any beer qualities. This has a beautiful Belgian-style Tripel base with those 3 fruits, and I think they did a real good job with it. So I'm just going to rate this one. The Triple Fruited Tripel from Ommegang, limited release. This right now, as you see this review, it's just over 2 months old. So pick this one up if you like Belgian-style Tripels and you want something different with a little bit of like, fruity characters to it that isn't from the base beer. But I have no issues giving this a, I'm on a low 4.25. I'll go 4.15 out of 5. I think that's what this deserves. I was debating between a high 4 or a low 4.25. I'm going to give it the benefit of the doubt and give it a low 4.25. Price point availability, these in my neck of the woods here in Buffalo, New York, $15.99 a 4-pack. So you're talking $4 for a bottle. For something that has 3 different fruits, plus a Belgian-style Tripel base at 9%, $4 a bottle, no issues. And availability, I'd imagine wherever you see Ommegang, you should see this, although maybe not. It's one of their newer releases. Maybe it'll take a while to get on your shelves. But if you do see this, you can buy a single of it. You don't have to buy a 4-pack. Give it a go. I'd love to hear from other folks and what they think about this one. I think it's pretty good. Did I taste it with the goodies poured in yet? I think I have, but we'll go back. Ooh, made it a little bit more creamy in the mouthfeel. So yeah, really good. Again, if you've had this one before, post in the comment section. Another good Ommegang beer. They can still kick out good beers, and I'll pick up new releases from them as long as they continue to make them. And I got to review some of their classics. I reviewed Hennepin? I think I have. Some of the other like classics from them I have not reviewed, so I have to grab them at some point. I just wanted to grab this because it was a new release, and I was like, oh, that sounds interesting. So anyway, appreciate everybody stopping by for another beer review here on the Beer Patrol. To the next one. Cheers.